Right? So back to Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent, and that's a double edged, man. That's twofold. You know, whoever knows, you know. It's talking about these Edomites, man, the serpents. Right? They are like the deaf adder, which is a very poisonous snake that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely, which is the men of the Lord on the highways, man. We're out there and we're teaching these, trying to, fish for the men, the elect. Really, at the end of the day, we're not waking anyone up. It's the Most High. We're just out there, for the most part, to be a public spectacle. All right, it is written by the Apostle Paul. He said, "We are made a spectacle into the world, man. We're just a show. We're fools for the Lord, man. Right? You people are fools for Satan." Right? So going back to the video, it cut out, I believe. Um, yep.
Seeing an existing pattern. And a lot of that emanates from these communities that have been disenfranchised and economically distraught from slavery. Like literally from that, where we're dealing with the echoes of slavery, and it doesn't get addressed. And when people do bring it up and they start talking about reparations, people roll their eyes and people go, "Oh, that was so long ago." But the results of that are still alive today in the South. They're still alive today in many communities that were redlined as recently as the 1960s, right? That's exactly right.
Right. So you had, again, man, the Most High is not dealing with reparations. You Israelites that are just buying into talking about the black business and invest in the black dollar, and you're investing in a collapsing system. These elites have always been one up over you because the Most High put them in power. That's what you don't know. I was gonna say that's what you forgot, but you don't even know, man. And we're here telling you, and you're talking shit to us. You're not really talking shit to us, man. You're talking crap to the Most High. You know, um, this whole system, this whole prison that the American Indians, the Negroes, the Latinos are in, this is our correction. This is not a place of joy. This is actually a place of bitterness. Matter of fact, the word America, right? It goes back to a man, a contemporary of Christopher Columbus, Amerigo Vespucci. When you look up the word Amerigo, the meaning of it is bitter. So this place is bitter, man. Okay? Even if you sell out and you make it, you have to be within a certain circle, which that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother lesson of what kind of societies and fraternities and brotherhood you deal with up on that level, man. Right?
Right. And so we basically have set ourselves up for a confused response because there's a subtlety.
And this thing has always been about keeping Jake down, man, you Israelites. Because going back to, again, emancipation, the etymology of emancipation, it means to transfer property from one owner to another owner. Right? You Jakes were the property. Right? All you gotta do is go to the Dred Scott case. The Dred Scott decision. I keep bringing it out. In the case of Dred Scott v. Sanford, the Supreme Court ruled that black men, whether free or enslaved, had no rights, which a white man was bound to respect. Simple and plain. That's all you need to know, man. This is a prison. That's all it is. You get out of line, you get a whooping, man. This place is for our correction, man. This is because we sinned against the Most High. This is not about you, how you want your family to be, how you want your woman to be. This is about you doing what the Lord told you to do as a people, what He downloaded into you, what He programmed you to do. And you want to rebel against that. Well, if you rebel against that, the Most High will deliver you personally into the hands of your enemies, man, and those that hate you. Can you imagine being delivered into people that hate you? Unto this day, man. And what this guy is talking about is pure crap about. It's not the regular person. Well, how do you have all these instances of regular Edomites talking crap about, yeah, Jakes? They all feel like that, man, inwardly. We're a very emotional species, so we can vary, but the core belief is, look, I'm not going to give up my power as a Edomite, so-called white man, to these to these Negroes, Latinos, these spics, these American Indians. They're on the fucking reserve drunk. Why the fuck would I? They have the fucking casinos, right? You know they talk, man. Right? They're in a position of power, man. And they can be a little lenient. They can do business with you. They can sell you things and make money off you. They can like your music and appreciate your talents and your and the way you sing and the way you act, the way you shoot a hoop, the way you box. Yeah, Money Mayweather. Yeah, Kobe Bryant. Oh, R.I.P. But let Kobe Bryant or his whatever, Jake deal with one of your daughters, man, and then get in the family business. Oh no, 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 because that's a man of power, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's for his people. Everyone at the end of the day is tribal. It's all tribal, man. The Most High, he's a separatist. That's what people seem to forget.
The fact that ancient racism, people who are dead, their racism still haunts us today.
First of all, you have slave money. You have people that still, or actually created companies from the labor of slaves today, benefiting. So he's talking about these old racists that died. First of all, they came back anyway. You don't want to hear that though. That's reincarnation. The Christians yelling blasphemy. But the Most High deals with reincarnation. That's how you keep coming back into your judgment. That's how you keep getting judged. If you will, that's your so-called heaven or hell. Okay? You strive to do the best of your ability in this life, man. So when you come back, you get a so-called lighter burden, if you will. You get a few more blessings. You be a degenerate your life, you're gonna come back as a degenerate times, twofold, man.
Mechanisms of the reproduction of patterns of distribution. And mind you, when people
Right, it sounds so fancy, the redistribution of power and the patterns. Yes, the patterns have, the system has been in place and the same patterns occur because the system is what the system does, which is built upon what? Slave owners. The American Constitution does not include the Negroes. Well, they include them. They say you're was it 3/5 of a human being, and American Indians they label us savages. If you're a savage, you're a beast. You have no rights. You're just like a dog, a stray dog walking. You American Indians, man, that first of all, there's only a few percentage of you that are real that own casinos. Majority, it's fugazi. But one of your largest historical massacres, is Wounded Knee, and Wounded Knee, those men that massacred over 300 men, women, and children, they received the highest honorary medal from, I believe, if it was not from the president, it was obviously from the general of the army, right? So they exonerate these men. You still have certain places, man, like in Colorado, Midwest, where generations of generations. Oh yeah, that's from my granddaddy. I got that scalp in the jar there, or I got that ear ornament. Well, that's from back then when you so-called white people were fighting with the American Indians, and you would mutilate their dead bodies. You would cut off genitals, you would cut off noses, you would cut off ears. Same thing like they did to the black man. So you're telling me it's just a system and not the people. The people make up the system. What are you talking about?
your distribution, they freak out because they think you're talking about wealth. I'm not talking about wealth, and we can talk about why I wouldn't bother. But what we're talking about is opportunity. Opportunity has been hoarded. It has been concentrated in some zip codes and almost totally excluded from other zip codes. And so you're right.
And listen, you listen to this piece of shit long enough, this Khazar, you'll start believing him. This is why the Most High said, look, he's gonna get rid of Amalek, and we really, the Most High wanted Amalek gone back then, right? Saul, he said, listen, you got to kill them all, man. These Amalekites, man, right? Because they have a forked tongue, man. They're the top serpent, you know.
The patterns of slavery moved into Jim Crow, and now they've moved into a phase where they are very subtly infused into our system, and so it is causing people to have the sense that there is an enemy and it is out to get me, when it's not exactly an enemy that's out to get you. It's a pattern, right? It's a pattern that definitely needs to be addressed. And so the natural place would have been the Democratic Party.
There are, but what are you talking about? There's Listen, man, this devil, man. You know, like you have instances of Katrina when Jakes were trying to get refuge in Edomite neighborhoods, and you had Edomites shooting them, saying, "Yo, get the fuck out of here." Um, Black Wall Street. You have Africville here in Nova Scotia, Canada, which is completely decimated. Listen, man, you Edomites, man, you're gonna listen. Mosai, he's gonna plead, man, and he's gonna plead our cause in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. And you're gonna know all the fucking facts, man, and you're gonna know why you're being subjugated and put under a boot, man. Okay, you will. You're not gonna weep. Well, you're gonna weep like a bitch anyway, but you're not gonna say this is unjust and no. You're gonna yell, I deserve this. Okay, because you're gonna know all the facts, man.
But the Democratic Party, because it has taken up with big business, is not going to do it, even though it would be a winning political strategy. The Democratic Party is more interested in serving the economic interests of its actual constituents than it is serving the interests of its nominal constituents. And so, why are you seeing something that looks like a communist revolution beginning in the streets? For the natural reason, which is that people are feeling excluded from.
And that was it. That's all I wanted to bring out about that. And they hit some other points later on, but I just forget the mark. I don't want to keep going through this whole. It's a 3 hour video. I didn't watch everything. I watched about 2 hours of it. Um, Again, man, these Edomites, you're gonna know what the hell's going on, and it's beautiful because everyone is confused. Nobody knows Corona. What about people forgot about Corona? Everyone's about the protest and you know, um, developing stories that are happening. You know, everyone's confused, man. Nobody knows what the hell is going on, and this is why you brothers, man, be grateful, man. Be grateful because look, the Most High said, "Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation." You know what the hell's going on. You know, the wind blows, you might, uh, tilt a little, but you're not fucking, you're not flying away. These people are, listen, these people are flying in a cyclone right now. You know, they don't know what the hell's going on. Okay? They're just hoping to things. You people are still talking about, I want things to go back to normal. This is your new normal, motherfucker. Okay? You're about to be hoarded in a damn concentration camp, man. About to be jacked up. You know? You people don't know what the hell's about to happen, man. The Mosai has his movie. He has his plan. He has his script. The director wrote the script. He had his men go out there and promote it for how many years? Publish his script. And you jokers laugh. Well, guess what? Now you're in confusion. You're in derision, man. And that's a hell of a thing, not knowing what the hell's going to happen next. And a lot of people are just going to be desperate. So when that chip comes out and saying, look, this is the only way you're going to eat and buy and sell and transact. Well, I'm going to take that chip. And that's your ass. So with that, I want to say Kahalalim, La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachakudash, double honors to the apostles at GMS who I learned this truth from, who rule well. And salutations to you, Akim and Akwathim, that take heed in sincerity and in truth. May the Most High increase your faith. Until next time, Lord's will, Shalom.